Now, ever since Selena Gomez gained extensive backlash due to her overall crying video that was posted on social media and went viral, and it backfired on her career completely, this a lot of which had to do with, by the way, how she was against deportations within the United States, and how she really got out of control there, and now it's backfiring not just on her career, but also within those within the film industry that are now viewing Selena Gomez in a totally different light. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. So, not only did we witness a cultural shift toward the tail end of 2024 and how that really is creating a deep impact on the Hollywood bubble, on the film industry. You're seeing this slow turn of the tide from many different Hollywood studios, some of which are major, others of which are minor studios out there. But regardless, you are seeing a shift. You are seeing the whole obsession over DEI slowly but surely going down the drain, and how studios are beginning to finally wake up and are beginning to realize that, yeah, maybe that's not a good profit margin there to actually engage in. And rather, they should actually focus on any projects that don't just use DEI as a priority. Well, this is where it gets interesting, is that we know that Selena Gomez is getting a lot of backlash publicly, and she's also publicly, of course, in the limelight right now, and not in a good way, and how it's really backfiring when it comes to her roles, and how she's losing a lot of financial opportunities here within the film industry. Let's jump into this, shall we? Now, what's interesting here has a lot to do with how Selena Gomez recently lost $100 million as a result of the overall crying video on social media. Now, with the entire woke media in Hollywood now in shambles after the pushback and backlash from the public, and rightfully so, one major development going on now involves more to do with Selena Gomez in the midst of the ongoing backlash toward her after she made her crying video on social media about deportations, along with other rants. Now, a crucial update to this situation now involves how Gomez recently took a major financial loss after the recent public pushback against her, and how it involved a major movie role that she was recently fired and axed from. It turns out that after the backlash that she got from both the social media post and her support for the Oscars nominations for a film called Emilia, Perez, a DEI-driven project that she stars in, she recently lost a major movie role as part of a movie trilogy deal with Netflix that they are developing right now, where Gomez was lined up to be the main star of the film, where she was going to land a $100 million contract deal with Netflix for these 3 new movies that were going to center on cosmic horror. It turns out that both Greg Peters, the CEO of Netflix, and the board of directors finally came to an agreement to fire and axe Selena Gomez from these 3 movies, and are described to be mega-budget films that will be revolutionary and will create a new film genre to be released in 2027 that Gomez is no longer a part of, after she created controversy within her own behavior over deportations. Now, this shocking move coming from the Netflix studio executives led Gomez to engage in confrontational arguments, where Gomez, her agent and manager, are now frantically trying to negotiate to fix the situation with Netflix, and that it is working to no avail. Even the Netflix board of directors saw the extensive backlash that she created, and just how large it was that they could not even keep her on board of obtaining that $100 million deal with Netflix. A brand new actress, get this, is set to take place over Gomez, and is planned to be a familiar face for the public to boost familiarity in a move to increase viewership for this new trilogy movies. Now, let me just stop here for a moment. Now, the fact that they want to focus now on cosmic horror when it comes to Netflix, and how they just couldn't deal with Gomez anymore, they said, take a walk, we need somebody else that does not engage in politics on social media, that does not have a lot of baggage right now when it comes to social media, and they called it quits with her. So she's really trying to fix things. She's really trying to engage with Netflix, and, well, the blame game actually does begin. We'll get into that in just a second. So it only gets worse moving from there, because Gomez is already taking this very personally, where she blamed Netflix for firing her from those 3 movies over politics. The Netflix executives and their argument is that involving her would destroy their image as a company, and how it would be too risky for not just a brand new genre that they are trying to establish to create as the new standard in movies, but also how the films will have large budgets and expensive marketing campaigns. So that's another thing to actually, think about twice here, is that Netflix is going to be engaging in a trilogy of films that will be very big budget movies. They're going to invest largely in this, and they're also going to be doubling down when it comes to their funds for the marketing campaigns. So that involves how well made the trailers will be, how frequently TV spots will be put out there for this new mega movie project by Netflix that's going to be released in 2027. They're going to announce it in just a couple of weeks from now, so stay tuned on that. But this is where it gets even more complicated. So moving onwards, is that the theming of this movie trilogy is said to have a format similar to Squid Game, however an entirely different story centered on cosmic horror, a type of horror that Netflix has yet to tap into, largely. Gomez is also blaming Netflix for participating and supporting President Donald Trump by firing her over her politics, and how she viewed this as completely unacceptable. This is the latest studio to part ways from an insufferable actress and or actor that damages not just brands but a studio's image, much like Rachel Zegler did, Amber Heard, Robert De Niro, and many more within the film industry. So before I move on, let me just say one thing about this as well, is that Gomez is yet again scapegoating. She's playing the blame game, she's playing the victim card here, of all things. And none of this would have happened if she just kept her mouth shut on social media and didn't cry about such nonsense. Now, I know there's a lot of things that people are saying about that social media post, which, by the way, it was removed, is that some people believe it was faked. Some people believe that she was acting like she was crying. I stand by my opinion that she genuinely was crying in that video over deportations, because that's just how crazy a lot of these actors and actresses really are within Hollywood, within the film industry. I mean, that's just a given fact. So we know that following the deletion of that post, she said, well, I guess you can't express your emotions on social media. She wrote that in a story. She was very bitter about that, about the backlash that she got, and just how much of a hit it's taking on her career right now. Alright, not just with movies, but also with, with other various elements within her career, whether it's beauty, whether it's singing, or anything like that. It's taking a large hit on her career. And so Netflix, this $100 million Netflix deal, and by the way, Netflix, I think, is investing way too much in a lot of these different actresses that really are just subpar as far as I see things. First you had Meghan Markle, now you had Selena Gomez. In fact, if you're getting rid of Selena Gomez, you might as well get rid of Meghan Markle at this point, right? But overall, I think that this new trilogy of movies that are going to focus on cosmic horror, it's a bad move on their part. I think that Netflix is overly investing in too many projects right now, when you're witnessing a lot of people moving away from the platform because of not just Meghan Markle, but also because of the rate increase. That's a very big reason. But overall, I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.